驾，哈，呀，哈，
Gather! Stabilize!
One with nature.
Solidify!
Motion to compel.
The wind knows me.
Stabilize! This is order!
Keep the clouds high. The birds call.
Boom, boom! Remarkable condition. Motion to compel. Ha. Ha. Time for your arraignment. Ha. Boom, boom.
Coming to be.
Gather!
One with nature.
You want this one?
Time to go.
Stabilize! Solidify!
Into the wind.
Jia. Ha, ha. Jia.
One with nature. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Gather!
Into the wind.
Stabilize! Solidify!
Follow the wind. The wind knows me.
Gather!
Time to go.
Stabilize!
Burst forth!
Incinerate! Breath of the flame!
certainly worth the extra mile.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Solidify!
There's still a long road ahead.
Gather!
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care?
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's a... We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But, Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port or... Paimon doesn't get it. Well, given all the people that come through here every...
Stabilize!
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi there. We would like...
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port almost to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time research... Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos off... you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches...
Those students seem to be discussing something.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again?
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. So...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is...
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research? And so, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot. Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Not to... Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants.
How did things end up?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon.
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara what's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get you...
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here?
Oh, no. The prototype Aranara is something that brings joy.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a...
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys. This is a prototype we made to get an idea, but when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though, and I'm also not very good with kids.
This is not an Aranara. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and...
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tanja said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than under...
Cassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be a Nara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all? Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanja back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanja.
Uncle Tanja is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were pop. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a...
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular they are in our... We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this...
Oh, we have to do... Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanja? He doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write... please, if only...
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward. Yep, let's...
Tanja takes his son. Maybe that's why he was able... Anyway, we're...
This is the place we heard those students talking about.
Should I adjust the shades?
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to...
All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King. So they're
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too.
Welcome.
there be Kairagi? Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Paimon can't stand this.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, as you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title.
So, you mean the...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic?
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at?
I told you the other day. I wished...
Ha! The boss made it...
Yes, and in no uncertain...
I'm warning you. Don't put...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. If, on the other hand, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then... Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss... Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word and...
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students.
Someone
who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. He went that way! After him!
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them...
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use... Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meet.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time.
We know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell it...
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules can further...
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been... Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must... I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling... Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsule, she's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get in. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to...
Until you complete this task, you don't...
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informants... Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through element. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning door.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here's the mora for purchasing. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the
What a unique palate. We have unripe hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have
Following the paper got us past...
Ronak, these two want to buy...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch.
Every ship deserves a...
No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by mice means they sold...
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a
Before I retrieve your please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But exciting horror fruit that makes your head and ear.
Would you like your horror fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your product. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Oh, Hatham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He rammed up! Look, he's over there! Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you...
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about... But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. So that's why I prefer... It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological...
Yeesh. Who would want to be an expert in...
Or how about the With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation.
Ooh, now this...
2 million Mora, and it's...
Whoa!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart...
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
You've really got a good head.
We'll take these, please.
My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, listen. I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of...
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we think about it, We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's moral left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful.
Excellent! Then please, select from this fine...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the one...
Oh, but my dear customer...
Uh-oh. Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. Huh? Why? Hey, we're getting a capsule worth, well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Ha, you two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting a...
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something, and when we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what... However, there are those who are less amenable to such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deities.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, this—
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine—
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information— If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet up in—
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but—
You two want to try using a knowledge— Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you— All right, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a—
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using— While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical— There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those guys at the Academia who got top— Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the Academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but—
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the
All right, let's begin the test.
Propagate! Yeah! Yeah! Live! Scatter! Burst forth! Propagate! Come into being! Feel this ancient power! Yeah!
All right, I'll link your... The next step is to use this knowledge. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Whew! Port Ormos is built.
Propagate! Scatter! Burst forth! Propagate! Quake! Live! I will have order!
Now, I'll start recording.
Oh, Hatham, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second...
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were... At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time.
Scatter! Propagate! Disappear! Go with the wind! Bellowing thunder! Bellowing thunder! Germinate! Spring forth! Is this an answer from this world? Let me out! Look out! Let me out!
Solidify!
So Tandra's supposed to be here in Gandharvaville looking for inspiration. But should we yell his name at the top of our lungs?
Hey, buddy. What's your name? What are you doing here all alone? Regardless, don't worry. As a trainee forest ranger, I'll do...
Hi, Miss Forest.
When people say don't mind me, what they... Hey, don't cry.
Huh. That voice sounds familiar. Oh, it's Kale! Hi, Kale. How have you been?
Paimon and Traveler. I've been doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. I'm helping Master Tainari patrol the forest. What brings you here?
We're here on an errand. We heard your voice, so we thought we... You seem kind of busy.
I'll be fine. You go help them first, Miss Forest Ranger.
What a well-mannered child.
Sand? There is not a lot of sand in a forest. You keep saying you're okay because you don't want us to know what you're upset about, right?
Maybe.
That's exactly why you have to get it off your... Here's a trick. If you're keeping...
A tree...
Yeah, a tree hollow. Do you know Tanja's stories? Maybe they're really...
You like that?
Of course.
Oh, people who like Aranara...
Aw, you're just exaggerating. Anyway, I'm trying to be... So, how are you doing? Feeling any better now?
Sure.
Wow, Kale's so good with kids.
Well, helping children who are lost in the rainforest. So, what was it you wanted help with? You're not lost too, are you? Okay, so you're looking for a children's author from Port Olmos called Tanja. And he's here in Gandharvaville. Wait.
That's right, Uncle.
So he's in the area? Looking for inspiration. This is amazing. Could you wait for me for a second? I've always been curious what the...
Tanja's just a normal guy.
Even so, he must be... Wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm. He's my dad.
Your dad? Tandra's your dad? As in you're Tandra's son?
Uh-huh.
Ah, Paimon sees. That guy at a car crash. Why are you here on your own, though?
We had an argument.
Oh, in that case, we should take you back to Gandharvaville.
No, I'm good. Thanks for your advice. Come with me. I'll take...
Yay! Thanks, Rosie!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So Tanja headed this way. I know this place pretty well. Follow me!
Gather!
Welcome, welcome. Motion to compel. Inadmissible evidence. I'm gonna sick. Boom boom.
Rosie! Where are you, Rosie?
Someone's calling for Rosie over there.
Oh, Rosie! Thank goodness I finally... Were you in danger? Did the
I'm okay.
Thank you. Thank you all. I dare say that even though...
Oh, it's nothing. It's all part of my responsibility as a trainee for...
Really? I didn't know anyone read my stories apart from young children. That must... Okay, then. I have the...
Huh? It's an... Whoa. Kale looks like she's a... I'm okay.
Are you two story lovers as well? Yes. The moment I saw you, the image of an aura giant and an aura... Oh? Who asked for my help?
Seems like Tanja has a slightly exaggerated view of what it means to... Also, Paimon's not a finch! That's nothing to get excited about!
Akara Craft. Oh, right. I remember now. That small boat once sailed into the sea of my memory, but before long it floated away over the horizon. Perhaps for the best. After all, a wild tempest was a rage.
What? What should we do?
Dad's saying he forgot about helping the people at Akara Crafts learn more about Aranara because right now he has something more